The 2018 New Japan Cup field is off the goddamn chain. Just to give you a taste, there's a pimp, a gentleman, a socialist and Taichi. They will come from around the world to compete for one of 4 glorious opportunities. You can challenge Goto, you can challenge Switchblade, you can be decapitated, or you can lose. In this premiere episode of Moves Like Gedo, we will go inside the mind of the greatest booker on the planet as he crowns a winner in the 2018 New Japan Cup. Beginning with the more obvious candidates, 3 former cup winners have been slotted into the bracket: Naito, Tanahashi and Ibushi. Not since the early days of the Okada-Tanahashi duopoly has a G1 Climax winner rounded the new year and captured the following New Japan Cup. Unfortunately for Naito, recent winners, himself included, have come from sub-main event Wrestle Kingdom defeats. Shibata lost to Goto, Naito lost to Goto, Ibushi fell to Nakamura, and following that pattern, either Jay White, Suzuki or Y2J would be in line to win, but none of them are even in the field. In truth, what Naito has going for him in this tournament is that he simply has nothing else going for him. He's enjoyed a well-received US tour, but now it's back to business, and hopefully for his legions of grief-ridden fans, back to Okada. A Taichi feud is not going to be enough to keep him out of the heavyweight championship scene. Tanahashi has an obvious trajectory leading him back to Mizu and the IC title, but the thought of revisiting the brutality of that beatdown is just unnecessary, given that we know Tanahashi, kayfabe or otherwise, is simply not healthy. Then there's Ibushi, who has left Kenny to clean up the Bullet Club mess while he goes for his 2nd cup win. It remains to be seen how the Golden Lovers will operate as a tag team given their individual singles prowess. It's fair to say Kenny's left Kota in the dust in recent years, and this is the perfect opportunity to raise Ibushi back up to his elite level. But looking through Gedo tinted glasses, safe, logical booking, that's for the G1. A surprise loss in the round robin can be made up for a few days later. The single elimination cannot be undone. Tanahashi, for instance, has been booted out of the first round for 3 straight years, and now he's going up against Taichi. This is our first sign of a wild, roving Gedo. The misery I will feel to see Taichi celebrate will be offset by the knowledge that we must see this coming. Taichi is defeating the ace in his first official heavyweight match. Peep down the other end of the bracket and you'll see Davey Boy Smith Jr. getting a run out in singles competition. Good for him, right? Wrong, because he's going up against YTR, Gedo citing numero dos. For the past 3 years, Yano Toru has not lost in the opening round of the New Japan Cup. In that sense, Davey Boy Smith Jr. is but a sweet lamb to the slaughter. We must endeavour, however difficult it may be, to remember fondly upon the 2017 New Japan Cup victor. In the culmination of one of the greatest wrestling sagas ever told, Katsuyori Shibata, unbeknownst to him or anyone else, put his title opportunity, his career and his life on the line against Okada and nearly lost all 3. The tournament revolved around a man who was seemingly hollow inside, opening up and letting in the adoration of the New Japan fans, spurring him on to heights he had never before reached. We all felt like we were a part of his triumph and ultimately his despair. Is there anyone on the planet capable and worthy of holding the trophy that Shibata held in his final moments of glory just 1 year ago? As it turns out, there is. Shibata's cup victory required him to go through Suzuki, Juice, Bad Luck Fale, and the one man who could match him in terms of pure ferocity, Tomohiro Ishii. Like Shibata, Ishii seemingly cares little for actual wins and losses, but instead likes to get himself into scenes of car crash-like violence. But this year might be different. He has had a deathly quiet start to 2018, with his most notable appearance being in a Jay White promo, who questioned why stablemates never challenged each other for title belts. Why indeed, Jay? Switchblade made those comments before himself becoming a heavyweight title holder. It's almost like there's some foreshadowing in those comments, or maybe Papa Gedo's up to his wily old tricks again. The parallels are already clear, but Ishii could even end up going through Juice and Fale on his way through the bracket, and I tell you this, even the staunchest Naito fanboys would be incapable of bringing themselves to root against Ishii in the finals. Because of Shibata, this tournament has inadvertently taken on a spiritual dimension that simply cannot be accommodated by a win from a complete scumbag like Naito, Zack Sabre Jr., Michael Elgin, or sweet merciful Jesus, Taichi. I have no doubt that Tanahashi, Ibushi, Juice, or if they really want to get wet and wild, best boy Dustin could adequately fulfill the feel-good story we need 1 year after losing the wrestler, but none of them embody the pure essence of that quintessential Puro Rezu trait fighting spirit in the way that Ishii and Shibata have over the years. There is simply no better story for Gedo to deliver than Ishii closing our circle of grief by following in Shibata's final wrestling footsteps with his first ever tournament win in the 2018 New Japan Cup.